Hello, welcome, welcome. It's the stream. Yeah, we're back with the orangutans. Sorry, you know, so late to start. You probably heard at the very start stream, or you might not have. But if you were somehow here at the very start of the stream, then you would have heard the music just cut out because the game crashed. Sometimes it just like randomly crashes on the main menu when you're alt tabbing, so. I don't know why. It just does that. We might also like I wanna do the orangutans today. I'll probably also try to finish off this whole thing. This crazy plaza. The world's most excessive plaza. How many like objects are there in this group? Jesus. We have like 10,000 objects just to make a plaza here. Worth it? Maybe, maybe not. I think it's worth it. I don't think I'll do any more plazas like that. Oh, maybe I will. I could just copy it over and do another one down here, I guess. But I'm thinking I probably won't do any more like that. It's a bit much. What I would love to do is get this ready for animals. We need to like filter by species. I wish you could search it. Yeah. Oh, you probably can just type in the name of the species, right? Orang. Yeah. Cooler Peter. A boreal feeding platform. Oh, that's cool. We can have like a place where they get their food up on the top of the tree. How do the keepers get it up there though? We definitely want to have this like close to one of our edges, right? So that people can see them eating. Look down on them having a little snack. We're just going to make like a whole network of logs. It's got to all be logs, unfortunately. There don't seem to be any climbable ropes that we can put in here for them. At least not in the climbable items menu down here. No ropes. There are some like bridges. It's kind of cool. But those require things to be on the same level, I guess. Okay, we can change the color of it. I'd kind of like it not to be all like multicolored like that. Just have it just be like regular wood. Yeah, we could do something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I will. Yeah, we can put some like leaves. Medium leaves. On the top of some of these things, just so that they're just a small one. Just like give the orangutans a couple places to sit down up here. That'd be nice. I don't know if it's nice to call it like an orangutan pit, but that's what we're gonna call it. It is a pit, and it's for the orangutans. I don't think the orangutans care what we call it. They're probably happy enough to just, you know, not be in the rain, not being in the rainforest, getting their like trees cut down uh, by people, you know. If I was an orangutan, if I was almost any animal really, other than a human. Actually, even being a human, I wouldn't mind being in a zoo. I probably wouldn't want to live in a zoo as a human. Maybe. Maybe like an alien zoo. That would be pretty cool, actually. I'm sure there's an episode of Star Trek where that happens. Whoa, look at this guy. Oh, I guess we need to give him some shelters, don't we? Cool. I think if we do give him some shelters, we probably want to have the shelters floating up, you know, up in the sky too. Like a treehouse shelter. Maybe like in here or something. Actually, they probably got shelter in here, right? From like next to the tree leaves. But we gotta give them a proper shelter too. We want to treat them well. Oh yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I also want to get like ASAP. I want to try to get what's the word I'm thinking of? What am I thinking I want to get? I want to get something. Um, well, why am I like? It's the morning, you know. I mean, that's no excuse. I've been awake for ages. But yeah, I don't know. Just oh, not on top form right now. So yeah, that wasn't that cool. Ah, it's a lovely day though. It is. I mean, you might not call it a lovely day. It's a lovely day considering how the days have been recently, which has been way too hot all the time. And today it's not way too hot at all. Maybe we should make these into like a group. Can we do that? It doesn't look like we can, but I was sure there was a way to like make things a group. Huh. This is wondering. Oh, it's just like settings. Huh. Maybe it's like you need to start the group with a construction piece. Like this. Dun, 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 dun. Merge scenery into group. There we go. And now we can delete construction piece, and we still got the group. Cool. So I'm thinking like we don't want to do that. Thinking we want to make like big platform here, just to be the kind of the main floor of the thingy, but they're like the house. You know what else we probably need? Some more of these trees. I think we want more than one nice tree for, right? More than one tree with actual leaves in it. Oh, wait, are they all that tall? I kind of wanted like a wow. It goes from this tiny little baby tree to like Mungo. Mungo the tree. I reckon we want that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about this one anymore. I think we'll just have like a ramp or something going down there. And we'll put some arboreal feeding platforms. Oh, I see. The arboreal feeding platform is like made of a different kind of planks. That's fine. Put one there. Put one like up here. Oh, yeah, this is a different kind of plank. Wait. Maybe we won't put one on that tree. Put one like over here. Just like right at the top. Oh, we might as well just put like most of these bits inside the group, right? Kind of makes sense. Climb up. Ooh. These things might maybe kind of cool too. Hold up some stuff. Like maybe it would look reasonable to have this guy being held up, supported somehow. Although if that's being supported like that, does that make it harder for them to shimmy up it? I guess we'll find out. I kind of, oh, that's what I was thinking earlier, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, then, I don't know. Lost all the words from my head. They all fell out. They didn't fall out my mouth, they fell out like, you know, fell out of my ears, so I wasn't able to say them. That's how I can describe it. Yeah, I want to get this place set up a bit, so it's actually working. Let's see. Man, being very vague. Being very vague. Saying what I'm trying to say, aren't I? I want to get the orangutans actually in here. Orangutans. That are orangutans. Orangutans. Let's do. I want to get into animal trading. Resettle filters. No, animal storage. I've got all these stupid curvias dwarfers. No, cuvias drop. we're not allowed to release these ones into the wild or sell them. Can we just like hit delete or something? I think it's... Wait. Oh, because it's juveniles. So the juveniles we're not allowed to get rid of. And pregnant ones we're not allowed to get rid of. I think these are all juveniles. Yeah, that's why we can't get rid of them. Oh, this one's not. Why can't we get rid of this one? Wait, this one is a juvenile. It's 10 years old. Oh, of course. We turned off aging for him. Man, I wish you could just delete them. We're in sandbox mode. I don't want, like, restrictions on what I can do with the animals in sandbox mode. We're just stuck with these things forever, I think. Oh well. Whatever. We'll get our orangutans moved in. Then I'll be released to wild. Do orangutans have some kind of, like, special requirements or something? Who knows? No path to destination. Is this connected? Sure. It's not like staff members actually have to do any of this. The box just teleports there. But, okay, sure game. We'll make sure there's a path to the destination. Don't try to modify the terrain. Modification failed. I want to connect this up over here. There. We're gonna have to have like a fence or something here to, you know, hide the staff road that goes all the way back here. I don't think this part of the staff road keep on existing actually. We'll probably have the staff path connected up to this path here. Okay, that's not allowed. Okay, it is allowed. Just not in that exact place it wasn't for some reason. Who knows why? Yeah, so if they want to like... In fact, the staff road doesn't need to be quite as long anymore. Maybe it'll continue. Be like a back entrance into the safari. So we are going to have like a big safari out here. Big grid. But yeah, as long as that connects up there, that's alright. What was I thinking? What? Oh yeah. Oh, man, my brain today. Oh no. Select all these guys. Center to put them in here. I have to wait for them to arrive, I think. Oh, the keepers can't get to the platforms. What's even the point of having the platforms if the keepers need to be able to reach them? Like, just climb. These are keepers. Oh, I guess the keepers do actually have to come put the orangutans in themselves. There we go, last one. So now we can look at traversable area in here. How's that traversable area? Yeah, of course they can escape because they can climb up here. But they can't climb up any of the other sides. So if we just put like a rock or something blocking that, that would be alright. Looks like they can get up onto all these platforms, so they can climb this thing. Oh, look at that! They do climb it, nice! That's sweet. So that's basically what I wanted to make sure that that the climbing would work. So knowing that now, Brazil. Knowing that, maybe we just like stick a big tree trunk here. Big fake tree trunk. I don't know, it seems a little bit crazy. It can't be recolored. Can it be recolored? Ooh. Smaller than I thought it looked in the picture. Made it look huge. Ice rock. Oh, these cool rocks. I like these ones actually. I like them a lot. I don't think they are. Wait, why is this one $80 as well? When it's like way smaller than all the others. It's made of solid gold or something. If it were made of solid gold, it would probably be a little bit more expensive than that, wouldn't it? Oh, these different kinds of rocks. Different shapes of rocks. Oh man, and they're recolorable, so I can make them fit with anything I want. Oh my gosh. Thank you, mods. This is temper rock. Tiger rock. Oh, I like that one. It's very. This is like default rock, eh? Hola! Welcome! Yeah, orangutans. We've even got them in here now. This one has rammed its head into the tree. It's trying to merge and become one with that tree. This guy, just like, oh, look at that face. Like him. Oh. Should we go for tropical rocks? We've used mostly tropical rocks. Should we use all kinds of rocks? Did we? Oh, no, that was tiger rock. They're a bit boring, I think. Too grey. Maybe we'd use the tropical rocks, so at least they're a little bit brown. Brown is less boring than grey, maybe. I'm gonna say that that's the thing. Just go there. These, it's like patterns, kind of like cover up the fence, and then we'll put a bunch of other rocks around it, right? Make it look less fake. I think we just start with a bunch of these guys. The guy just like teleports on top of it. Sure. Why not? Okay. Let's not get too bogged down with that. Check first. That we need to. Yeah, we're being boxed up for some reason. We need to check that. Yeah, good. They can't get out now. Like, there's no escape paths for them. We blocked up that little route. Perfect. We need to figure out a way for the stupid keepers to be able to get up here to put food on these arboreal feeding platforms. So I guess we need like some ramps and stuff for them. Because the orangutans can climb this way. I guess it's nice enough then. We'll put the ramps in, because then the orangutans could also use the ramps. Like, are any of these ramps suitable for people? Like, is that... You'd think a person could walk on that, right? Let's just put some ramps in and see. We gotta like build some kind of structure. What's like a reasonable slope? A 15-degree slope. I'd say anyone can climb a 15-degree slope. Or anyone who would be working as a keeper in the zoo would be able to climb a 15-degree slope without too much trouble. And I'm not even going to bother like making it interesting yet, because we don't know if it will even work. That's quite high, isn't it? You want to... now where's the option to... Where's the option to like put all this stuff into the group? Merge scenery into group, that's the one. I think we want to do that. This one. We'll just make everything in here in a group, and then it'll be easier to... Wait, did merging all the scenery into a group the game had to box up all the orangutans because of that? Sure, why not? Why? Yeah, that's okay. Put like a final platform. Yeah, we'll put the big one in down here. Okay. Like this bit here. This can just go like this. And we'll see if this like makes it so that the keepers can actually get up to there. So, every time I put anything in here, it has to box up all the orangutans. Okay, so traversable area. It's not letting me select the animals, maybe because we got a thing selected. Okay, yeah. They can use it. Can staff use it? Oh, it says they can. But they can't get to these ones, that's why they're in yellow, I suppose. Shelter. Do they have any shelter? Oh, they do! Yeah, this counts as shelter. That makes sense. It's weird that it's not sheltered under there. You'd think that would also be sheltered, because there's a thing on top of it, right? Weird how it's so, like, patchy, too. I guess shelter can only exist in circles. Habitat cleanliness. That's just a water thing. Okay, cool. So we gotta wait for the staff to get up here. We might even have it so... Do the staff need to be able to get down to the ground level? Not really, right? I think we'll have like a cool bridge over here. Maybe. Keep it like raised up all the way along. Yeah, that's good. We need some big old logs holding this stuff up. Use the climbable logs. Maybe. Just have like a log in the middle of this. I mean, you could have we could have a log that like connects this one to this and also to the ground. right here. You want to be able to change the angle on it a little bit. Oh, we put something down, so they gotta box them all up again. That does feel kind of weird, doesn't it? How like they're constantly getting boxed up and unboxed. I suppose it needs to like recalculate all their traversable areas every time you place something down, right? So I probably should be doing this while the game's paused, so it doesn't like cause any trouble. I don't want any trouble. Well, that's not gonna work. Bridge. Tiny bridge. We could try to make our own bridge. Like these bits. You know what? I think we might actually want this to be a bit longer. Which makes this thing kind of like pointless there. We'll put it over here instead. There'll be a spot for it here. Probably the same angle, right? Not quite. I think we should probably like do it like this instead. That would feel right. A little bit of like a easier climb for them. Not much easier, but a little bit easier. They'll be well fit when they like, climbing up all these things. Oh, not quite there. Maybe it's not meant to work like that. It seems to just like clip through a lot. It's meant to like hold it in a different angle. Maybe like this angle, it's meant to hold it out. Yeah, I think that might work out. Man. Okay. It's gonna be quite complicated to figure out a way to make this actually hold, like look like it's holding it up without clicking through it. That looks alright, doesn't it? I think we use these things to hold this whole thing up, right? Things like this guy. The two like arms a bit at slightly different lengths. No, that's probably fine. Like have it sticking out there. Is that good? No, that's not good. It's not good at all. It's terrible. I hate it. Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't feel that strongly about it. Go like down very slightly. Doesn't really look right, does it? Man, it kind of feels like it's just not going to work with these ones that well. Probably got to go for the climbable logs. Make our own like weirdly angled bits. Yeah, we'll just like stick a whole bunch of logs around the place, kind of like holding up bits. Good morning, Jen Fry. Welcome. Where where did they all go? Oh, they all got teleported over here, didn't they? Oh no! Don't look at that. That goes against Twitch terms of service. I'm pretty sure. We got some. I mean, it's fine. It's animals. This is what they do, isn't it? Oh, look, this guy still gets to exist. I think it's just all the ones who were up in the treehouse when we started editing the treehouse have been teleported away. I had to put it on pause because the game kept teleporting them around. Like every time I would move anything. Yeah, I think we'll do stuff like that. Just like once there's a whole bunch of logs just kind of like poking out all over the place. And like bits coming out of the tree and other supports and stuff down here, it will probably start to look just like it's all supported, like it's meant to. Oh, these guys. It's like little tiny baby climbing platforms. Ooh. What we could do, we could make... Do we really want to do this? Maybe. I was thinking, what if we make our own log bridge with individual logs? So that gives us like maximum control. Oh, but it's probably not going to be usable by the peoples, right? By our staff peoples. Maybe. We'll find out, right? We'll put a bunch of logs down and then we'll check traversable area. See if it's going to be good. Because I reckon the orangutans will definitely be able to use it. Because it's made out of climbable logs, so maybe they'll do dodgy stuff with it. They'll like, you know, try to shimmy sideways on it or something. But hopefully it will just work. It's also like the world's longest log bridge. I mean, we don't want it to be that long anyway, do we? I think the staff can walk on that little like bit of cliffside there somehow. So if we just like put this here and see what the staff traversable area thing says. No, they can't walk on that. Or maybe if we unpause. Oh, they can! They can walk on that. Nice. Okay, so we can make like a log bridge. We won't make it that long. Make a shorter log bridge. But we can do it. I mean, I only really want the long bridge. The long bridge? No, I'm not even saying the words right. I didn't want the long bridge to be short. I didn't want the bridge to go like just over that bit, really, just where the water is underneath. Like on either side we'll have a little tower. Made out of thick logs. I like them being all the different heights. It makes it. Thank you very
Baza
much.
as the balls.
I forgot the robot voice was going to read it out. Thank you so much for that donation. That's really cool of you. Thank you, Jeff, right? I appreciate that. Good old Sim City. Guess we want like a floor on this thing made of this stuff. As is the balls. Everything sounds funny when it's read out by the robot voice lady too, doesn't it? So what I'm gonna have to do is like lower it very slightly. Oh, it's gonna be really low in the middle actually if I lower it that much. We want it like very subtly lowering all the way down. So we have control. Yeah, it's not that subtle, is it? But you know, we're gonna have like, I bet no one can match your donation. Yeah, not until all of Israel gives me that 1 shekel each, like I was promised. I don't know if I was promised that or not, or if I just said I wanted it. Those ones definitely need to come down a little bit more, don't they? Which means these also need to come down slightly more. Oh, I accidentally held control then. I'm hoping this is still walkable by the keepers, our staff. Should be able to just like pull all of the bits we currently have here down. Some of them won't really need much change at all. Like, how about that? Probably needs a little bit more. How many of these were there? Like, ish. Hmm. I don't really like how that looks. Like having it go so flat like that. I think we just need to do them manually, one bit by one bit. Even though, like, in the middle here, I want it to sag not too much. You know, I want it to still sag a tiny bit. Maybe from here, these ones will not sag. No, no more sag. What's that? Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Now it looks like, well, obviously the ropes aren't there yet, but we'll get ropes. There are ropes in construction, aren't there? There's a bunch of ropes. Why is that called rope? European decorative limestone post. What does that have to do with rope? Rope. Europe. Oh, fuck. Europe. Well, I don't think there's any way to search for rope without also getting everything that has the word Europe in it. Gosh. North African rope. North African rope straight. North African rope. Can we just copy this one? Jeez. Okay. Not that one, I guess. Like that. We can change the colors of these, right? Yeah. Hell. Oh. Whoop. That makes some sense. But that was why it was like that. Don't worry, there will be ropes. There were ropes. Look, there was nothing to worry about. Rope exists. But I think we're gonna have to use the straight rope. Oh, the Planet Zoo rope is way better. It's just the right color already. We don't have to change its color at all. 2 meter straight, 2 meter curve. Wait a second. Center of 1 meter one? So I have to use this one because it comes in 1 meter and we'll just change its color. Something like that. Okay, no, not that much. Something like that, it's fine. And we gotta like angle it slightly because it's gonna, you know, it's gonna have to look like it follows the curve of the bridge. Oh, why is it like dark at one end and light at the other end? Damn it. Wait, what? Why is it like that? Even if I turn it around. That doesn't make any sense. Look. We turn it around and it's still light at one end, dark at the other end. Must be like a normal map issue. I suppose it's not meant to be used straight, it's meant to be used like up and down. Oh well. That looks dumb now. Breaking my rules, game. What about if we use this rope? Does this have that problem? No, this one doesn't have that problem. Okay. So we're using this rope. The 2 meter ones. that. I'm just going to do both sides to the middle and then flip it. Where is the middle? Here. We can count logs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I reckon that's probably the middle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. Okay, that's the middle. What can we do to mark the middle here? Put a little, put a little cushion there in the middle. Put a hat there. So Indiana Jones left his hat in the middle of the bridge. It's 2022. This is the kind of hat Indiana Jones wears these days. It's not such a macho man anymore. Toxic masculinity and all that. It's gonna look a little bit like weird because the rope pieces that we're using. Maybe there's like a 1 meter rope somewhere. Rope 1 meter. No, the only one is this one, which we can't use because it has the weird texture problems. We could use fairy lights. Yeah, I can't believe there's no 1 meter version of that rope. But okay. Just 2 meter or 4 meter, that's all the options. I mean, I can't believe that. It's not that unbelievable, is it? It's not easy to select these things. Isn't that Jane's hat from Tarzan? Oh, maybe that's what it is, yeah. Indiana Jones stole Jane's hat. He must have found it and been like, that belongs in a museum. He was taking it to museum when he started crossing this like rickety old jungle bridge. And the rest is his story. So we also need like little tiny ropes attaching from there to there. Why is it taking me back into habitat pieces? We can't use these ropes for that. Is there like string? We need like strings of lights. Oh. This was kind of cool. If it wasn't curved, then it would be great. Maybe in like, we need to like look in props. Climbable tree branch. Curved rope. Like, are these climbable? They are climbable. So it's possible that we could like use ropes to attach some of these like platforms to each other as well. And then our guys will be able to, our orangutans will be able to do the old climb. Use branches. I might put some like cool branches in too, yeah. Give them some more things they can climb on. I'm gonna kind of like go crazy with the stuff for them to climb on. Just like really put a lot of it in. I don't know if this will quite be long enough to reach from here to there. Looks like probably not. Boom. It's like almost there. Maybe if we get the right angle. No, just because it's like sinking like that. I guess if we do like a taut rope, it might reach. No. Bugger. So I could do it like this. Just put a small rope in there too. Two ropes like whipped into each other, if they'll be able to climb on it or not, but hopefully. It's funny having the hat in the middle. There's all these little guys, but they're not very helpful. Maybe it's things to put around these guys to make it look like the rope's like tied on at the ends. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? We're not going to be coming up and looking at it this close. So as long as it looks like reasonable from a distance, I think that's all we can really ask for. Centerpieces? No. Heart shapes, special effects, lights, ceiling fan cable, ceiling light cable. You might just have to like look through all of these menus and see if there's anything that looks like it could work. There are a bunch of cool things, you know. It is fun to like look through sometimes. You get to see all the stuff that you could possibly use in places. Get some ideas of like what things are possible in the game. Put a bike. Half a bike. Some icicles. Flags. Fences. And they've got a whole category for flags, and there's only what? 8 of them? They must have thought they were going to put in more flags than they did in the end. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll make a category for flags. We'll make heaps of them. They didn't make bloody any. Very strange. That chain is huge, right? Yeah. If it was like a little chain, that would be good. Interesting. Each item has a dollar amount. Would you run out of money? You would if probably if I was playing not in sandbox mode, I would definitely have run out of money. Like making all the ridiculous buildings that I try to make, which is why I'm not playing in like, well, which is why I am playing in sandbox mode, right? Because I don't want money to be standing in my way. It's the same as when I play The Sims. I play with as much money as I need to make the thing I want to make. We don't need all these things favored anymore, all these Indian bits. We were just using those to make that Indian thing. Some of these things are actually really versatile, so I'll keep those. I mean, maybe this one. It's too long. That's what she said. she get? Where would she ever say that? Little tassel thing? It's like nothing, right? There's nothing that's short enough. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how you play The Sims as well. Yeah. I think most people probably play The Sims too. Oh, look at these things. These are really cool. Oh, I love these. Look at that. Holy shit. You could use these in like the entrance to the safari. I have like some cool, like in the queue, you have all these like scenes of animals and stuff. I like that. I'm gonna favorite one of those so that I remember maybe to use them. Signs? Maybe there's something in signs that will be small enough. Miscellaneous signs. Might need to use like an art piece. So these like weird curves and things. There's a crown. There's a giant flag in case you want to make like a golf course. Looks like one of those, the flags they put in the holes at golf courses, doesn't it? You could probably make a cool golf course in this game, actually. They got little things. Oh, look. This counts as a sign, as a species sign, apparently. Okay, sure. Is that because of the category I put it in or something? Maybe I just put it in that category. The little kiss sound. Yeah, it's a cool little sound, isn't it? Art pieces. Letters. Maybe like a little capital Y or something. The 3D capital Y. Oh, not a large one. These are way too big. They're like enormous. I don't think the game even has props small enough. Maybe these guys? Maybe we just have to make the ropes higher up. It'll look kind of dumb. I mean, will it look as dumb as using this two-dimensional art piece to do it? Probably not. It probably won't look as dumb as that. Alright, let's find that rope thing again. Where was it? Props. 1 meter. Where is it in? Theme props, flags, general props, fences. Wait, I thought it was in props. Is it not in props? Right. I guess it wasn't in props. Is it in wall decorations? Ah, it's in wall decorations. So, well, let's not put it over there. So we'll get it to, man, it's gonna be so high. It's gonna look stupid. I wish the game offered a piece that would just work with this. It doesn't, so we're gonna have to do it like this. I guess it's not gonna be that bad, right? Game doesn't like me selecting these these ropes. Isn't there twigs? Like in plant stuff. I don't think there is like small twigs. There's branches, but they're all quite large. That'll be too big for this. There we go. There we go. Let's just see how it will look. Thing all the way up here. Probably won't look that dumb. Just not how I want it to be. There's another problem. The other problem is as the rope goes down as it goes along, it's what if, okay, what if we have two series of ropes? And then we connect the two series of ropes with like crisscross ropes. That stays. So we have like another thing of ropes down here. And we like just cross along, because that way, since they're not going like straight up and down, they'll be, well, we'll have like more freedom. We'll figure out how they meet in the middle later. Let's move Rick on. There he is. Alright, that seems pretty good. And now we go this guy. Nope. Not like that. The blue one? Yeah, that's the blue one. Me too, a bunch of these going along. This also going the other way. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. It's going to be a little bit finicky, it looks like. But then, of course, it is. It always is, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. So every second one will actually be nice and easy to do. And then the one after it will be hard. right? Oh, it depends on where we line up the axis, I suppose. Yeah, okay. So that one was only easy because I happened to line up the other end at the base. I think it's easier to line up this one using this top end as the bit we rotate though. There we go. That one's easy. Why is it all like that? I guess there's like very slight variations in this angle, right? This is fine. Because we only have to do this for 1/4 of the bridge. And then the other ones we can just copy over from this. So it'll end up being okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to want like the crisscross as well. Maybe I can just do this. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. But also, yep. But also, still a little bit of nope. I suppose one of the issues is that because the the gap between them shouldn't change, right? Because the top and bottom ones are like the bottom one is copied from the top one, so the gap between them should be the same, even though they both get lower as they go along. Like, because they're both getting lower at exactly the same rate. There we go. That looks alright. It's not what I wanted, but it's fine. Because you can't always get what you want. But sometimes get what you need. In this case, we don't really need anything. It's just a video game. I think need would be too strong of a word to apply to a virtual zoo. Yeah, that guy needs to be rotated down, or like pulled down ever so slightly. Yeah, cool. Alright. Just want to like select all of this. Sure, even that. Actually, we can't select all of the things too, can we? Let's deselect all of these guys. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we'll select the middle one as well. And then we'll use that as our like, oh, It's alright. We'll just line it back up exactly with where it was. Looks lined up exactly with where it was, doesn't it? And turn on the angle snap. Right. When you accidentally start rotating something without turning off the angle snap, or without turning on angle snap. Feels bad, man. Are these like gonna line up? Ooh. Yeah, now they are. I mean, we could just meet it like that. It doesn't need to be exactly as long on both sides. But it doesn't need to be exactly as long as we planned it to be, because that's also a perfectly fine spot. In fact, can we even meet it? Get it to meet like there. Seems good. Shit, where did we line these things up? Oh, it's this one. This is the odd one out. We need like something to connect these things to the rope. Maybe just more rope. That's always the answer, right? More rope. 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 That's not the axis we wanted. We can get a camera angle where I can see what I'm doing. Sticking out the bottom. Right. I just need to copy this a bajillion times and lower it slightly every time as well. That's not at all tedious. Okay, that's the best we're gonna do. Not at all tedious in the slightest. Is this even necessary? No. But I'm doing it anyway. I would know it, right? Like, that's the thing. It doesn't really matter if the bits are like actually connected or not. But I would look at it and I would go, I would know, like in the back of my mind would be this nagging like, oh, those bits aren't, those logs are just floating there. It doesn't look right. So, we're connecting every single one. Or like 50 of them or whatever. We're not quite 50, it's like 40 something. I'm going with the idea that if I can't tell whether it's connected or not from this angle, then that's fine. It might as well be connected. And we're not even halfway. Although, once we get halfway, we can just copy and spin. Actually, we are halfway. No, we're not. We'll be halfway around here because the hat no longer represents the halfway point, since we like cut 2 off. It's actually the one before the hat, which represents the halfway point. It's a good thing we cut 2 off. So if we'd only cut 1 off, then a halfway point would be between 2 logs instead of on a log. Because of numbers. Because of odd and even numbers be slightly different. So this is the middle one now. Let's see if we can just select all the little bits of rope. I think it'll be easier to select all the bits of rope and spin around and copy than it will be to redo that whole thing, redo all of that. So it's a bit of a... I'm sitting in like the most unergonomic position right now. Okay. Not based on that. Things that on while we do it. Boop, 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 boop. You can see how much higher the edge ones are than the middle ones. Like, it doesn't look that much, does it? Because it's so like gradual to change. It is. Wait a second. Right. I guess that's right. It's about right, doesn't it? So just go this way a little and up slightly. Okay, seems good. Now it looks like it's actually connected. Ooh. Let's get rid of that hat. Maybe we should leave the hat somewhere in the habitat, just as a little like Easter egg. There we go. The hat can stay. It's like someone dropped their hat and it fell in here, right? That's the story. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's one of the orangutans, like, you know, one of the keepers had a hat. The orangutan really likes the hat, and the keeper had to leave, and they gave the hat to the orangutan. The orangutan likes the hat. Like, remember the keeper by it or something? You know, some kind of cute story like that. I feel that would be good. Do something like this, and that. Maybe one of these be like a bit angled. Maybe even like in the corner there. Why not, right? But also why? But why not? And we get some more bits here. Probably want angle snap back on. For doing this stuff. Well, maybe not, but we'll leave it on for now. Do any of these match up? Not really. Probably better to go this way with it. I think our guys should be able to now. Our guys, our staff should be able to walk all the way along. They can't. Why can they not walk along here now? They used to be able to walk along this bridge. Now they can't. Oh. Oh well. The guys, these guys will still be able to walk along. I think. The bits are a bit weird. I guess I can't show a grid on it because it's not flat. But I'm sure they can walk along there. Hopefully we'll see some doing it. So what, staff can't walk along there? Maybe they can. It's like, surely they can walk on this whole thing, and yet the triangle is just this tiny little thing there. Or is it because, like, this thing is here? It's somehow blocking it. Oh. Wait, what? Now they... No, the game is just getting confused trying to calculate it. I think I could probably, like, hide some of these things inside there, right? In between the... Well, underneath the logs. Maybe not that one. I'm sure we can just use regular construction pieces for this. So if we just find like a flat wall piece, not a European wall piece. Arctic wood panel. Not that. No. Not like this. What's this thing? Nothing important. I don't think they're even gonna bother trying to walk down to this thing. They never do. Although one of them has to come in order to shift. In order to fill the thingy. Is that too wide? Oh, it's like just the right width. Okay. Gotta get the angle snap on. Just to make sure it's lined up-ish. Oh, I guess now we don't want the angle snap on. It's too thick though. Aren't there like art shapes? Flat shapes. We can try these flat shapes. These are a lot thinner. I think. There are like some ceiling pieces also which are quite thin. Which might be even thinner. Therefore thin enough. think in here, like the flat roof pieces. Some of these are quite thin. Could use like the glass panels. It has to be non-grid. 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 Not that huge. Not that huge. Maybe these things? Can the people walk on these though? Find out. Like they should be able to walk on this if it's possible for them to walk on it. Let's make it nice and big. H. It looks like they can. Yeah, okay, cool. So we can use those glass pieces because they'll be nice and low profile in there. What are these called? Glass rectangle 2x1. They keep boxing them up. Alright, nice. And you can barely even see that it's there. This one needs to get rotated up a little bit. The problem with they barely see it. You know what I should have done? And you know what I will do, in fact. I'll build this next to it, and then I'll drag it into place. That way we can actually see what we're doing. And make sure that all the bits are connected so that there's no way the staff will be able to shirk their responsibilities and say, oh, I couldn't walk there. Lazy staff. Oh no, couldn't figure out how to use a log bridge. Something people have been able to use for literally forever. All of human history, basically. But no, I'm too dumb to use it. So say our staff members. And they sound kind of like, wait, what? Why is it like that? Okay, it's not. It looked like it was somehow not right, but it is right, I think. That meets that, right? Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Push that inside the logs. Can't be seen on either side. Perfect. And now we check traversable area. They still somehow can't traverse it. Come on, what the? Remove this guy, can they? Is it because like the staff too fat to fit through there? Because they're definitely not, right? Staff will easily fit through there. But I'll try just like moving. Yeah, there's no way because they can walk along there. And the stuff in this game is so annoying. Although they are very excitable. Got to give them that. They're definitely into their job. Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah, it feels weird like building with this stuff traversable area, right? Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, sorted. This one can go down much. Hey, at least it looks good. I guess we have to give them a little ramp over here as well. Probably going to have a ramp over here anyway. It's a shame the staff won't be able to figure out how to use the bridge apparently. But it's just the way of things, isn't it? Staff. Very dumb. Okay, that's good. And do a little like platform in there, and then the rest of the ramp here. So like here we go. So I'll reach down to this platform. Think of that. That angle's nice. We got a bunch of like other sticks and stuff, so they can definitely get to there now. I'm not sure. They might be able to figure out how to get across there. The blue's saying they can't, but maybe they can figure it out. We also need like ramps going up to here for them, and somehow a way for them to get up here. Maybe I'll just get rid of this feeding platform. We'll put it down here where they can actually reach it. I wonder if they can like reach up. If we put it like in here or something, will the staff be able to reach up and kill it from there? Nope. They do need a ramp. They need to literally walk up to it. I don't really get the point of the arboreal feeding platforms if they're going to be this hard to make work. Like the underwater one, they don't have to do any like this amount of effort to get to, right? How about now? Can I reach it? Looks like it. I know, it's still showing yellow, but there's blue on top of it. Doesn't say whether it's reachable. What if we call the keeper to this one? See what they do. Is this one coming? What's this guy doing? I don't think that guy's meant to be in here. He's not a keeper. It's like a repair guy. Oh no, one of them died. No, they're just sleeping on a hill. Weird spot to just... Why are they all sleeping here? Jeez. They're probably not very happy with the state of the habitat, right? No, it's only a 3-star. They need... Wait. Oh wait, they need lots of rock. No, apparently they're fine with all the stuff they've got. I would thought they wanted some grass or something. Oh, they don't have enough plants. Wait, they don't have enough coverage. So they just need more plants. They don't like the plants they've been given because they're not from their continent. I find that such a stupid mechanic that I just pay no attention to it. It doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe it makes a bit more sense for an animal that actually eats the plants. But really, if you can eat leaves, unless you're like a really weird animal like koala, which only eats like very particular leaves, or like a panda or something. But like for most animals, you can eat stuff from other continents, right? Like humans don't only eat plants from one continent. We don't only eat African plants, just we evolved in Africa. I don't think any other animal would do the same. And like orangutans are pretty closely related to us. So yeah, there's no way. There's no way they would actually care. Ooh. Put some like nice lily pads in their pond. It's looking a bit like a battle arena or something right now. Not my intention. What if we put like... Can we use bracken as like leaves for these trees? We kind of could, couldn't we? Make our own trees out of it. I don't think I want to do that, but it's interesting that we could. Caracos. Tail reeds. We should get some common reeds. Oh yeah, I forgot about the common reed. Right, at the very least, we want to have a bunch of like reeds and stuff around the pond. Especially around this side of the pond where it's like a big steep incline. Probably not like a great place for the animals to be climbing in from. I don't know if the orangutans will enjoy us. I would think that they would in real life, but I don't know if in game they do. Like, most animals are gonna like a good swim on like a 37-degree day. Probably want that off, random rotation on. Oh, this is cowberry. Wait, what? I thought it was crowberry. No, this isn't crowberry, this is cowberry. So there is a cowberry. Man, that must be what confused me, right? The whole time I thought I had misread. Look, there's cowberry and crowberry. Man, come on. Why would you do something like that? Two kinds of bush with basically the same name. What's the elephant grass? Oh, elephant grass is not from Asia, so we're not allowed to use it. Fuck that. I'm gonna use whatever plants I want. The orangutan is going to be very upset with this. This non-Asian grass. Goes like, it's not from my continent! How dare you! But, sorry, orangutan, he's just going to have to live with it. I don't respect your opinions. I don't respect the opinions of the guests at this park. Why would I respect the opinions of the animals? No, I do. Well, I don't really. They're not real animals. They're just pixels on a screen, so fuck it. Don't actually. I mean, you couldn't because they're just pixels on a screen. Maybe you could like print them out or something. Don't do that. Though. It's probably too much detail. Unnecessary. Yeah, like a few little like white flowers poking up out of the air. Always nice with the Dutchman's breeches. Always like to get a good look at the Dutchman's breeches. There we go. How do they feel about the coverage now? Still not enough. They've only got 15% coverage. Really? They want a lot more than that. We get more... maybe we shouldn't get the Brazil trees, because they might hate them. But... we'll get some more trees around. They probably just like would like to have more trees, wouldn't they? I think we'll put a living tree instead of a dead tree here. You can't select this from the bit. There we go. Oh, of course, it's part of that, so that's why we couldn't select it. Okay, now what do you think? 23%, wow. Just adding those 2 trees out of a lot, so the trees are much more important than... Makes sense. We don't want to like obscure people's views though. Maybe the saplings will also be good. Look, we could just... they're too like huge, aren't they? We could put a bunch of trees over this way. So over this way is just keeper's access. Probably fine to have a few more over here too. Yeah, that's alright. How do they feel about the coverage now? 37%. I think we do need more bushes. Filters, foliage type. Bushes. What kind of bushes? You know, fountain bamboo? Always nice. I suppose it makes sense if they're from like a jungly place. They probably are used to having a lot of foliage. So we kind of cover up a lot of this with bushy bamboo. The sound, man, the noises they make are kind of like it's like halfway between a dog and a horse. That's how I would describe it. Probably not like the most accurate way of describing it, but that's what I'm going for. Okay, how much did that add? Like 7%. That's not that much. But we can easily add more. Do we just want to like fill all the... yeah, let's just like fill all the area down here with bushes. Because they're not going to be running around down here anyway. This is all like backdrop to their cool treehouse. So it's all like bushy. Probably looks cool. It's like a sea of green. In their treehouse submarine. Da 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 da. These randomly rotating? They are. It's just that they're quite symmetrical, so it's hard to tell. I think we want the little bits which like stick up more, especially like on up the edges and stuff. And the more like bits of bamboo we have here, the less we need to do with rocks. So it saves us a bunch of effort, and also a bunch of props. Probably more importantly, it saves us a bunch of extra props that we don't need to add in. What does that sound? Like someone snuck up behind one of the orangutans with a paper bag and like popped it behind them. You shit, you just woke me up. I was having a great dream about, I don't know, what do orangutans dream of? It's like it's doing its best impression of an elephant. I reckon most of the ground we can cover with bushes. And that will really make him happy with the amount of foliage cover. Probably doesn't make a huge amount of sense for there to be heaps of foliage underneath there where it's not getting a lot of sun. Maybe we'll have to leave like a bit of it. I don't know how straight the edge on this one is. Push it in like that. I'll probably have a bit of like open space around here and a bit of open space around here as well. How do they feel about that amount of coverage? 63%. Oh, nice. So we'll have some more bush there and a bit more bush here and like around the edges. Oh, you're heading off? Fair enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the dono as well. Much appreciated. Have a good one. Kind of want to like, you know, have the kind of like fade off of the bushes. It gets lower and scragglier as you go out of here. To not immediately dropping to zero. Probably gotta get a bit more in here too.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. You lazy bugger. Go put it on the... Go put it up there, you fucker. What are you doing? Keeper status. Exciting habitat. Derek McGregor. Lazy fucker. We put accidentally you in there. That's his new name. It's Derek. Come on. You could at least try to take some pride in your job. This Derek guy. What are we going to do about him? We might have to put in a gallows at the zoo. Start executing the misbehaving zookeepers. There we go. It's like a nice clearing. We need some more work around these edges too, definitely. bit more push around here. Singing the what's it, the Surviving Mars music again. It's good music. I did play like 60 hours of that game or something, so probably no wonder the music kind of started getting in my head. How do they feel about the foliage going out? Surely it's good. 75%. Jesus, they want a lot, don't they? Probably once we add a few more butchers and things like around here, that'll be enough. We're also going to need to add probably the crowberry to help blend the edges because it's the right color. It's like pretty similar color to the fountain bamboo. I think the crowberry and the fountain bamboo go really well together. I have some issues with these like very weird hills we got around here. Tully Bellio? Not Tully Bellio. I can't believe it. Waha! Yeah! Something really amazing must have just happened. The amount of excitement these people were like putting out. Maybe one of the keepers got eaten. I hope it was whatever his name was. Ewan McGregor. That wasn't his name. It was something McGregor. And Ewan McGregor is the only famous person with the last name McGregor I can think of. It might be some other one. It's probably like some politician or sports person or something who I've never heard of. But Ewan McGregor surely is the most famous person called McGregor. I can't imagine anyone having that name and being more famous than Ewan McGregor. It's a pretty famous dude. Oh, wasn't there like a MMA fighter or something called that? Remember there was like a few years back there was some kind of like big MMA fight or something like that. All these people who usually wouldn't be excited about that kind of thing for some reason cared about. Turned out to just be boring shit like you always. I don't know, maybe you're into that stuff. If you are, I don't get it. I don't know why you would be. But sure, you're allowed to. You're allowed to be into whatever you want to be into. So good. We've of course got our bracken out once more. I mean, the game is actively encouraging me to put down bracken now, though. It's telling me like I need higher percentage of coverage, which I assume just means I need to put down a whole bunch more marks to make them happier. Ewan McGregor's like having a fist fight with one of the orangutans, I think. That's what it sounds like from the people's amazed yelling. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Oh no! Shit! Are they gonna be alright? Oh, okay. Get a bunch more elephant grass and stuff around here too. I don't know how much all of this is adding to the statistics of like, you know, stuff that you're meant to have. I assume it's adding something, right? It's got to be adding something. That was nice. Where are all the orangutans gone? Oh, they're all sleeping up in the in a pile on the fucking hill like usual. 80% now. Really, they want more than 80% coverage. Oh, maybe part of it is also, you know what? If we move some of these like fence posts in a little bit. What do you mean terrain 20? It's not even placing anything, it's an invisible placement. An invisible fence. Like an invisible and like non-existent fence. I think we probably want to like pull it all in this way anyway. There we go. Now that should have like made the habitat slightly smaller, which will increase the percentage to 86%. Alright. If we do the same slight ensmalling, that's a word. If embiggen is a word, ensmallen must also be a word. How you doing now, buddy? 91%. You want 100% coverage? Is that... I guess we need to get up to 100%, right? Just gonna drop a save. Oh. Get myself a little stretch. We can definitely increase the coverage around here a little bit more with some crowberry. I don't know if the ones that you place inside each other contribute as much. They might like contribute slightly less. And like the ones you place kind of clipped into the ground. Not really sure how the game calculates percentage coverage. But I feel like we definitely need some open areas. Otherwise, the guests are never going to be able to see the animals. It's the point of having animals at the zoo if the guests can't see them. It's nice around the edges of the dark bamboo. Always. We placed some bracken too close to the animals, so they had to put them all in giant boxes and fill them with glitter. That can't be good for the environment, right? Those giant bits of glitter. Probably not like... I can't imagine the animals are real big on that. Where's me found bamboo? Where's me found bamboo? Don't know why. So I like that. I don't know if anyone else will have ever watched this show. I used to watch, when I was a kid, I watched a show called Victor and Hugo about two French guys who were like really incompetent criminals. And they had a parrot who would always like, yo, where's me tablets? I think that's where I get the where's me X insert thing here from the cartoon I watched as a child. Maybe not. I'm sure there's other instances where someone says where's me X or Y. Like probably that parrot was a reference to some other character or something. Like Victor and Hugo obviously as a reference to Victor Hugo, famous French person. I think he was he a writer, a poet maybe? I know he's like a national hero of some kind, but not sure why. I think he was a poet. A poet. I think he was a poet. How do you feel about this? Man, all that only added 1%. I think it does it's just based on the amount of ground that exists. Maybe? So we put a bunch of this over here. I'm going to put rocks on top of it so it won't actually be visible. But does it help? That's like 1%. Barely helps. It doesn't, right? Yeah, I'll get rid of it if it's barely adding anything, so there's not much point keeping it there, is there? Like, where else can we... Oh, we could probably, like, cut this barrier back a little bit more too here, can't we? This bit we can make into the nothing barrier too. This bit as well. Let's just get rid of that bit and that bit. And this bit. Just like... Oh, just rebuild it. There we go. So now we've made it like considerably smaller by cutting off that little bit. What the hell? It just like stands still a lot. Now it's 105%. It's still not green though. Is that just because they don't like... Look, it's mostly fountain bamboo. 60% fountain bamboo, which is the thing they like the most. Not from the same continent. Not from the same environment. Wah. Oh. Cry babies. They're cute little feet. Oh, hands and feet. They've like modeled it really well, haven't they? Should like pause the game for a sec so I can actually get a better close look. Like, look how good the details are on these guys. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Like even the fur looks really good. Even super close up. Wow, wow. Like super duper close up, they look really good. And it's a zoo game, right? You gotta have the animals looking good in a zoo game. Ooh. I love them. I love them. The animals look way better than the people. Like, the people look not realistic at all. It's weird, isn't it, how they've gone for, like, super realistic animals and super cartoony people. I guess probably, if I were an orangutan, I would think these orangutans didn't look that realistic. They might be a bit uncanny valley. So they probably, like, they tried to make the humans just as realistic, and then they realized it was really uncanny valley, and change their mind. Whoop. Tropical. Tropical rock. It's the one. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just gonna put a bunch of these rocks in around, like, in the spots where I'm gonna want to have them. But the full rocketing will be completed at a later date. Or maybe I'll just do it now. So you haven't been chatting? Oh no, that's fine. You don't have to chat. It looks great, you reckon? Yeah, I think it does. Like stepping back a bit, I'm gonna look at it. It does look good. I'm glad the game kind of like put me in a position where I had to cover it all with foliage, because I think it looks really cool having the you know, the like platforms hanging out over the top of the foliage. I really like that. Yeah, this is great. Get our like cliffside bits in. I like this rock with the cliffs. Like it's nice and big. Yeah, it's all, well, it's like pretty much all bamboo, the fountain bamboo. I reckon the fountain bamboo is one of the most versatile bushes in the game, right? I love it. Nice. Got a bit of like an overhang going. Overhang's always good. But not always. Especially in real life, sometimes you don't want to really be under an overhang on unstable cliffside or something. But they look good. Like, I'd love to have a house that sits on the top of like a really like steeply overhanging cliff. It'd be really cool. But also, I don't think I would really want that because I'm sure it would cause all kinds of like headaches for like structural reasons, and like it'll probably make it super prone to just falling down. Yeah, lion. Mildly concerning at all times. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what? I did not want to go down. So it's probably not worth the coolness of how it looks, or the terror of living in a place that could at any moment crumble down into the sea, or you know, whatever it's sticking out over the top of. Wait, is this the same as that one? It is. We don't want two of the same rock right next to each other. Oh, darn. Oop, it's the red one we want. Good. Yeah, it's a better angle on that one. Plan. Nope. Nope. Where's the little $2.50 one? That can fill up this little gap here. Boom, 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 boom. Mm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We should also do a bit more size. And all this sides with like the fountain bamboo really high up on it. We don't actually need to do too much rock work on it, which is nice. Bamboo helps to cover up the ugly ground texture. And it's not that ugly, but I don't really like the orange savanna ground texture so much. It's a bit much. It's like too orange, right? This comes from someone who lives in a place with orange ground. Well, you know, not literally, because like the place I live, the ground is just normal color. But in my state, it's orange. It's more of a thing to the north, and maybe I guess in the east, in the desert. But I don't know. I don't think anyone really goes out there unless you're traveling to Kalgoorlie or something. But definitely up in the north, it's like it's not even orange like this. It's like properly red. Yeah, it's like way more vivid than that color. Looks cool. But maybe they obviously didn't do different ground textures and stuff for every part of the world. They've got the savanna grass texture, which has to work for like all the savannas of the world, and there's quite a lot of savannas in different continents with different plants and stuff like that. So you can see why they just went for the kind of, well, I don't know why they went for the orange. I guess that's meant to be like the, I don't know, like the African savanna. It's meant to be like a kind of Botswana or something. That's got a pretty orange ground, doesn't it? Maybe. Citation needed. I should know. I played enough GeoGuessr to that I should really know what the color of the ground is in most places. But every time I play that game, I learn something that I already knew again, because I forget. You don't know a lot about Australia? Is it a lot of the middle pretty uninhabited? Yeah, basically. Basically, there's just nothing going on in the middle. There are like communities out there. They're like remote communities. Lots. I wouldn't say lots. There's a few like indigenous remote communities, and there are also mining communities. There's a lot of mining that goes on in Australia. Pretty big on. What that sound is? Is that them yawning or something? So like a little like, oh. Gets me every time. I think we want to paint some short grass here too. Oh, the mix of rock and short grass is really good actually. Because it makes the rock look more, or less orange. So it's nice. And it kind of like blends in with the tropical rock. That's good. Now we've probably got to get some like short grass in here to make it look a bit nicer. good. Like, we don't want them just, like, sitting on bare rock. It's a bit sad, isn't it? In here, I think we're just gonna have, like, a bunch of, like, plants or something. What do they mine in Australia? Oh, all sorts. We got a lot of... I mean, it's all, like, terrible for the environment, right? So we mine quite a lot of coal, which is obviously basically the worst thing that you could be mining. Since not only do you damage the environment by mining it, you also then burn it in a power plant to damage the environment even more. So, you know, obviously that's one of the ones, like, the people of Australia don't really like that we do that, but the government loves the money that it makes. And I think a lot of the people are like, well, we'll turn a blind eye to it because it makes us rich. Then in my state, it's there's a lot of iron ore. We have, man, we have great uranium deposits. But we've got like a weird relationship with nuclear power in Australia where for some reason, like, it's like a holdout from like olden times when people thought that nuclear power was dangerous. And Australia is pretty slow to change in anything really. Tends to be a little bit backwards sometimes. You hold me personally responsible for that hole in the ozone layer. And the hole in the ozone layer is better now. We learn a lot about that in school because because it like hangs around over the southern hemisphere. It kind of has a big impact on UV exposure in Australia. So they're very big on like slip, slop, slap, being sun safe and avoiding skin cancer, which is good. Like there's big government campaigns and stuff like that. Make sure people are aware of wearing sunscreen and not being dumb. I mean, despite all those campaigns and despite me knowing that I meant to wear sunscreen all the time, all that kind of stuff, I've still managed to get badly sunburned plenty of times before. Never fun. Never fun at all. I think the worst I ever got sunburned might have been the last time I got really sunburned at all. Every now and then you get a touch of colour, just because you're outside longer than you expected, or even like during summer you even get sunburned just driving the car, just like from the sun coming in through the window. But man, one time I got so badly sunburned, it's just like my entire back was peeling, and it makes your skin feel really tight. Like, I don't know what exactly the reason is. It's like it just feels like it feels like you're wearing a really tight bodysuit or something, but it's your skin and you can't take it off. I mean, you could try to take off your skin. Probably wouldn't recommend it. It's it's not good. I wouldn't recommend it. Always wear sunscreen, kids. It's crazy when like in places where there's not much sun, like in the UK, people have this like really weird ideas of like, oh, you want to get sunburn sometimes, or like they don't really understand sunscreen. Some of them, I probably not all of them, just some, and they're like, when they come visit here, they just go out and they like get themselves bright red. Don't really realize that they're significantly increasing their risk of getting cancer by doing that. Or maybe they don't care. I don't know. Gotta die from something, right? My skin cancer is probably not that likely to kill you either. It's pretty easy to get bits of skin removed compared to like other kinds of cancer. Not that I would recommend getting skin cancer. It's still probably a bad idea. You gotta try and shower and literally torch. Yeah, exactly. The shower feels like a million pins like stabbing into your back. Oh, sunburn. Now what a stupid, like, stupid way to evolve. Why couldn't we have more UV protection? Damn you, nature. I hold nature responsible for many things. But you can't really blame nature because nature is, well, it's not really a thinking, feeling thing, is it? It's very uncaring. It's just kind of random. Just does what it does. You could blame nature. You could really hold it against it, have like a personal vendetta against nature, I guess. But you're also a part of nature. So would you be against yourself as well? Maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine there's too many people who are super opposed to nature. Seems like a rare kind of like worldview, but I'm sure there are people. There's probably like a Facebook group of like, you know, nature haters support group or something. Like, we all hate nature so much, down with nature. And they're probably like supporting climate change. They're like, yeah, screw nature. We want every living thing to die. That's for I assume there are people who think that. Any view you can imagine that somebody might have, somebody has it. There's enough people in the world. Oh yeah, these rocks are looking great. Probably got to get a little bit more plant life in here too. Which of course means our friend, Bracken. Always Bracken. Oh, you thought this was going to be a Bracken-free episode. I'm going to call it an episode. You can't stop me. No one could stop me. Just like you can't stop me putting down Bracken. I mean, you could, I suppose. You could, like, track me down, come to my place, and physically stop me from doing it. Or maybe, you know, I would stop putting down Bracken if someone was going to give me an. I'll never put down Bracken again then. I would turn my back on the very thing that I love so much. I'm not gonna pretend that I wouldn't. Sorry, Bracken. Everyone has a price. My price to stop placing down Bracken, it's $1 million. Actually, it's now $2 million. It's gone up. Just in this small amount of time. Inflation, you know? So better pay me quick if you want me to stop putting down Bracken. Who knows? Maybe it will go up from 2 million. Might be 3 million next time. As my love for Bracken grows ever deeper. That'd be very strange. Like, imagine somebody pay. I don't think that would happen. Imagine if someone did actually pay me a million, no, $2 million it is now. Sorry, $3 million now, $100 million. Imagine they paid me that much to stop placing down Bracken in this game. How would I ever explain how I came upon my money to people? Like, people would be curious about, oh yeah, how'd you how'd you get to, you know, be rich? And I'd be like, well, have you ever heard of streaming on Twitch? And even having to explain that you got rich streaming on Twitch would be hard enough. But having to try to explain that somebody donated to you $1 million to not place down a plant in a video game. And people would just think you are making it up. They'd be like, ah, okay, you're actually like a drug dealer or something. Not even a drug dealer. You don't make $1 million being a drug dealer. Like an international hitman or something like that. Just like trust fund baby and you're, you know, embarrassed to admit it or something like that. No one would believe that that was really how you got your millions of dollars. Probably because that would never happen. Like, I wouldn't believe it. But I suppose I would. I would accept that that could happen. If there was enough evidence. But at first I would be like, no way. The bracketing begins. Fortunately, we don't have so much bracken to place in this place. I say, as I look over here. We do need to place quite a bit around here. Silently putting down bracken. Just getting really lost in the bracken here. Such a beautiful day today. I've even got like the balcony door open to let the breeze come in. It's 17 degrees. It's like perfect. If I could like pick a temperature for every single day to be, I'd probably pick around like maybe 18 degrees. 17, 18, something like that. It's like the perfect temperature. And I'd say anywhere from like probably like 16 to 20, 16 to 22 maybe. That would be like, about this we have like it's kind of like merging with the mountain bamboo down here. That makes it look like there's like a real crack between these bits of rock. 18 sounds pretty great. Yeah, I reckon. It was 12 there today, which is insanely warm for Canada at this time of year. I guess 12 is not too bad. 12 is like if you're out for a jog or something in 12 degrees, you could wear just shorts and a t-shirt. It's not like warm, but compared to, I know Canada gets pretty cold, doesn't it? Like you get sub-zero temperatures. I haven't really been in 12 degrees that often. We do get down to 12 degrees in like in winter here. Probably, yeah, a really cold winter day would get below 10 here, and like maybe down to like, you know, maybe down to like 5 or so, but very rarely less than that. It's just slightly chilly, which is perfect because you work outside in construction, so you can wear a sweater and work and not be too hot or too cold. True. Yeah, if you're working in like a physical job, then 12 degrees is great. A really cold day is 5. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder what so I'm not just talking out my ass. I'll look up the actual average minimum winter temperature in Perth. A really cold day is -40. Jesus. -40. If it gets to that lower temperature, then that's just nature telling you you're not meant to live wherever you are. It's too cold. It's not made for humans. That's madness. Yeah.
Get up!
Yo, I agree. Oh, the record low, the lowest temperature that we've ever had in Perth is -0.7. But the average low in like July, which is the coldest month, is 7.9. So just below 8. It's like the average low. The coldest it's ever been. Man, I can't believe it. I wonder when that was. The lowest temperature recorded was 0.7 degrees on the 17th of June 2006. It's quite recent. And on that day, oh, at the airport, it was -3. Wow. That's pretty crazy. What? Are you impressed by how cold it gets here? Very cold, okay. 0. It can't get lower than 0, can it? That's as cold as is possible. I don't know of any numbers lower than 0. That's what I want. Wait, is it? Oh, it is. Just we want it like rotated this way. Wow. Somebody's very impressed by something. This is why I always say, like, yeah, we get way too hot in the summer, but Perth has a very nice climate. If it weren't for like the hot summers, I would say it was like a perfect climate. But the hot summers really ruin it. And obviously that's only going to get worse. Thanks, industrialized society. I mean, thanks industrialized society for all the great things you bring us, but also, you know, that one thing, not so good. That looks alright. You exaggerate a little. Your coldest day in 2021 was -33. Fuck. That's so cold. That's just like, you can't possibly go outside without just like rugging up. Like that's got to be colder than it would be on the top of a mountain, like when you go on skiing or something. I feel like ski slopes are not that cold. Ski slope, you know, and that's the coldest place I would ever want to be. -33. You couldn't even go skiing at -33. It'd be too cold, right? Probably it would be like so cold the snow would turn to ice or something. I don't know if that's what happens. Or does the snow turn to ice when it like warms up and then cools down and stuff? That's probably what actually happens. It causes that. Maybe it's great snow at that temperature. but nobody's out there to enjoy it because it's too cold for anyone to leave the safety of their house. That's like deadly cold, right? You would get frostbite and die if you were out in cold like that. What happens to like homeless people in a climate like that? I guess it's just tragedy, right? Probably better not to bring up. To sweep it under the rug, pretend the problem doesn't exist. On the other hand, summer you got a couple days at plus 36. You had to work outside on a roof. Roofing in high 30s there, yeah, not fun. Just like being on a roof in general. Especially if it's like a metal roof. Like a tin roof. I guess that's the issue, right? You live, like, a lot of Canada is like a continental climate, which is like Siberia, or a lot of other places in the interiors of continents. Well, the interiors of continents at high latitude, I guess, which means there's not that many places in the world where you could be. Probably like bits of Argentina would be like that too. But yeah, pretty inhospitably kind of climate. Good thing we've got modern technology to make those places livable. But people did live there, like Inuits and stuff used to live there, right? And many other groups, like lots of native Siberian populations, most of which, or many of which, have been, repressed or whatever under centuries of Russian colonial rule, but what's new? Yeah, maybe we won't cover that much of it. Just like this much. We'll have like a little poop in there, but maybe even only that much. What's the highest temperatures here? Well, this summer we had a lot of degrees. A lot of degrees, man. I can't talk. This summer we had a lot of days over 40. We had like, I think we had at one point like 5 days in a row over 40, something like that. I could probably look this up, couldn't I? I wonder if like, okay, so our record high was in February, which is usually the hottest month. That was 46.2 degrees. When was that? 1991. You, holy crap. Yeah. But the average high in February is only 31.5. Definitely this February was hotter than that. I wonder if we've got... I want to find like something about 2022 summer weather. Because I read something. The hell? I typed summer and it says Perth weather in July. It's like maybe it's probably like Perth, Scotland or something. Perth weather delivered. Here we go. Here's an article we can look at. I can even show it on stream. Perth weather, hottest summer on record. I'm sure this might have been even the article that I read. 13 days above 40 degrees, 6 of which were consecutive. There you go. That's how it was. That was awful. There were like a few heat waves. It's pretty annoying. Luckily, today is so beautiful. After so many days of way too hot. Oh, hot. Oh. Okay. Some like small town in WA got its hottest temperature recorded in Australia ever. 50 degrees. That's too much, isn't it? That is too much. Too many degrees. But yeah. That's probably it. Oh, it's a bunch of information on why it's oh yeah, there were a bunch of like wildfires and stuff too. But you know, what's new? Whoops. What's new? It's like so we clicked the wrong thing. Way too many degrees. I agree. Why can't the temperature just be nice? Why can't the weather like be our friend? It's not like us humans have ever done anything to mess with the environment. Why is the environment messing with us? We're innocent. I know, I don't like ascribing a sense of agency to the environment, which is obviously a bit silly, but it's fun to do, isn't it? It's just how we think as people. We ascribe agency to everything. Our brains are made to think on the basis of agents. Okay, that looks alright. We'll have some like bushes and stuff around there too. I was thinking maybe we could have like a sign up there or something, but it doesn't really make sense, does it? Like, who's gonna see it? The orangutans and the otters. I guess people over here might looks a bit. What would you even say? We don't want big billboards sitting around the zoo. It was tacky having billboards lying around the place. I feel like this kind of needs to go that way. It'd make more sense, wouldn't it? Maybe even have it meet up with like a big like platform here. Let's see. This needs to like bend this way a little bit. I'm thinking maybe like have a little like platform going around along the edge of the rocks that will be along here. Right? That's too small. Every time they make that sound, it's just a funny sound. Maybe that's like the sound of orangutans laughing, and that's why it's funny. It's unlikely, but you know, that's what we're gonna go with for now. It's a funny thing. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Not that one. Yeah, sure. Sure, we'll have a little guy in there. Bum, ba-da, ba-do, bo, ba, bo. Bo, ba-da, ba-do, bo, bo, bo. Bo, bo, ba-do. Bo, ba-do, bo, bo, ba-do, bo. Bo, 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 ba-do. Bo, ba-da, ba, bo, 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 bo. Well, let's get a bit out of my range there. My vocal range is like half an octave and all slightly out of tune. Bo, bo, ba-do, bo, bo, bo. Do, 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 do. Bo, ba-da, bo, ba-do, bo, ba-da, bo, bo. Sounds like one of the orangutans is having a bit too much fun. Making that sound. Is it alright for me to make that sound? If it's alright for an orangutan to say it, it's alright for me to say it. That's, I think, sound logic. Maybe not. It's probably not alright for me to do anything that's alright for an orangutan to do. I think that kind of reasoning leads to all kinds of problematic conclusions. I wonder if it's alright for me to do it, is it alright for an orangutan to do it? Again, probably not. But why not? Why can't an orangutan do anything a person can do? Other than like, you know, the fact that they wouldn't actually be able to, right? Obviously, they don't they don't have our same kind of like big brain. They got a big brain, but not like as big as our brains. And you know what? I'm not even going to worry about offending them by saying that because they don't have a big enough brain. Well, they don't have the language capacity, at least in English, that I know of, to pull me out on it. I'm pretty sure the Crocodile Defamation League isn't going to be worried about things I say about orangutans. I know they're litigious, but it's orangutans, right? They'll be fine. Crocodiles and orangutans are lifelong enemies. They've been feuding for millennia. Maybe. Why not? We can add that to the law. Do we have any more? I mean, yeah, of course we do. We have an infinite amount of these, really. We can put down as many as we want. I want it to be flatter on the top. That side. Nice. Jeez. I guess I might as well like get the details done a little bit more in this area. We're gonna put like Actually, it's pretty good, that. I like this one. This one's really good at fitting into the places that I want it to fit in. How I want it to fit in. It's like the vaguest way I could have possibly said that. But you know what I mean. Maybe. I assume you do. You assume that everyone always knows what I mean. And I'm sure nothing could ever go wrong. Oh, just realised some orangutans have been having too much fun around these rocks here, making a bit of a mess. That kind of works. We're gonna have to like adjust the fountain bamboo a little bit. Right. We need to hit I first. Okay. Pull this down a little. Oops. Hopefully they can't use this to like climb out. I don't think they can climb the rocks. Hopefully not. I guess we'll find out. I think this one could probably be a lot shorter. Oh. Need the random rotation on. Maybe even just that short one. Because if we get this at the right angle, no, we'll do the mid length one. I like it coming out of that corner there. Do a like slight rotate on this. Yeah, that kind of works, right? Hey, we'll have some like sticks and stuff sticking up to support this thing. There are like individual things, right? These ones, are they the same length as, or the same width as these? They're not. They're either too thick or too thin. That's a shame. I wish we had ones that are exactly the same length, so I could like make the edges a little raggedy. We can't do that. So we got some more bits of bamboo we're gonna need to lower. Maybe they could even let like, guests come in here, right? Have a little like close-up experience with the orangutans. Orangutans. I think we just have like another one of these bridge things leading from there over here. There we go. We hardly have to change any bamboo if we put it like that. Maybe if we put it even further along, we don't have to change any at all. That's pretty nice. We do have a little bit of bamboo that we need to. I think it's just this one bush. Nice. I like that there's a little bit of like where there isn't bamboo. The edges here now. Because there wouldn't be, right? There'd be a little like missing patch there. I think I will like pull this guy out a little. Make the patch of missing bigger. I'll put a little bit of something in there though. Maybe just like a little bracken. And this little tippy top of a bit of bamboo sticking out. Yeah, that looks better. It's like, it's not going to get much sunlight down there. Probably not going to grow very well. Let us look at... Oh yeah, the stuff can walk all the way along there. Nice. Perfect. That's what we wanted. I don't know how the staff are going to get up here. I wish there were like staff usable ladders. Like, in real life, surely they would have like a ladder or something. You wouldn't have to have like a path all the way up for the staff. People are also apes. Little known fact. People can climb. So, yeah. The staff should be able to climb. That's what I'm saying. I could climb up there. Wow, man. I don't know if I could climb up there. When I was like a bit younger and fitter, I could have climbed up there easy. Now, I could probably, if I was getting chased by a tiger or something, I really had to. So probably a tiger's a bad example. They're pretty good climbers themselves, aren't they? I don't think I'd be able to climb up faster than the tiger could. I will. I'll be right back. Are the guys like enjoying it? Looks like.
35 minutes. Starting now.
Is that Google talking to me? I think Google was just talking to me. I was gonna say, we got we got the little orangutans enjoying this bridge thing, like path walking thing. I don't know what to call it. A cliffside log path. Oh, it's my timer. Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know why she always like responds like 10 minutes after you do it. Yeah, but if I don't hear that when it goes off, then tell me in chat. I'm sure I will. I'm not that deaf. Hopefully. But yeah, when that does go off, I'll need to head off. Should have. Oh, it might be slightly before 2 actually. But it'd be basically around 2. Should have plenty of time to get some more done in here before then. I think the thing is, like, the reason that Google always responds really slow and stuff now, it's ever since I got a new phone. So I think it's because, like, the phone hears it, and then, like, the 2 devices have to talk to each other to decide which one's going to deal with it. So the phone's like, oh, I don't want to set the timer, you set the timer. And the Nest is like, nah, you set the timer, I'm lazy, I couldn't be bothered. Then the phone's just like, well, I cost more than you did, so I'm more important. It's like, well, fine. And it sets the timer. That's definitely how it happens. They're having a little argument. And the other day, Google told me off for like swearing at her. She was being really stupid, and I'm trying to make her do stuff. I was swearing at her. She's like, "That's not a nice way to talk to me." It's like, "Fuck you! You're not even you're not even a person. It's not even like an intelligent AI. It's somebody programmed it to like tell you off for swearing at it." I'm allowed to swear at my virtual assistant if I want to. I wouldn't swear at a real person. Or if like the AI was actually a sentient AI, then yeah, I'd treat it with respect. If it was sentient AI, it also wouldn't be so stupid all the time. When you ask it something, it's just like, oh, one time I was telling it to shut up. I'm like, Google, shut up. And then it played a song called Shut Up. It's like, here is Shut Up on YouTube Music. What? Come on. The technology, it's I do love it. It does have that like, man, we're living in the future kind of feel, but at the same time, it's it's got a long way to go, doesn't it? Very much in its infancy. Every time I put down anything, they all get packed up. Sorry guys. Now you all got to get in a big pool again. So we got like 2 baby ones and 2 big ones, or are they? Oh, it might just be they have like big sexual dimorphism, right? Maybe these are the males and those are the females. Female, male, yeah. I wonder if they have like a strict social structure where, you know, like quite a lot of apes. Why are they walking on the very edge like that? It's alright, they're holding shift. They won't fall off. But you know, a lot of apes have very strict like social hierarchies where you can only have one male and a bunch in a pack or whatever. Like, I don't know if apes are so much with the only one male thing, but some mammals do that. Wow, gee, no respect for solid objects. They're all gonna follow the exact same route. Okay, sure. Man, earlier you were walking in the middle. Why did you decide to walk? Come on. Okay, good. These guys, females, much more sensible. Don't make don't make a lie out of me by sticking your head inside a rock. Okay, the males have like calmed down as well. They start walking in the middle, sit on the edge. Much better. I think they're liking all the new stuff we've been. Can they like what do they do to get there? They just do a little jump or something? No, no, they can just kind of like climb up it. Nice. Jeez, calm down. Maybe the males are like fighting each other. Oh no, one of them fell off. Maybe that's what that sound was. Oh, they're all gonna get boxed up again. What the actual hell was that? There was one of these guys having a little shout, trying to jump scare us. Whoa. I thought one of them was like walking fully erect. I'm like, what? I didn't know it was a guy. Oh, actually, that's awesome. The guy's actually using it.
Nom nom.
The, the keeper. They're doing the thing. Alright, I'm glad we added this. They didn't seem to like, they were just dumping it on the ground right there before. Now they're putting it in this proper spot. That's good. Oh, it's starting to look great, isn't it? With all like the wooden stuff around. All the little like bits and bobs. We probably need a little bit of... Anyway, we'll need more... Where are these? We need more of these guys. Definitely. Maybe some big ones. Like in the middle here. The water, yeah. Yeah, the water looks great, doesn't it? I wasn't even going to put any water in here. That was Chat's idea. Go on, you Chat. This place would have looked really boring without that water. It would have just been all this, right? Well, not all that, clearings, but... Water always makes stuff look better, doesn't it? Just like having that reflective... The water in this game does look really good as well. And the bridge worked out. It's all coming together. This here is a very long stick, isn't it? Oh yeah, we've got that like way up here. None of them have been able to come all the way up here to get to these super high platforms, have they? I don't know if they'll ever be able to get all the way up there. Maybe if we put like a toy up here or something. Give them a prize for getting all the way up. Oh shit, I haven't given them like a water ball. Yikes. We'll hide it inside this dead tree. Wait, pump. So make it tree colored. Where's this bit? Maybe that's the bit that's like inside the tree. You can't see it. We can probably put a little rock in there or something. Tropico, rocky. Tropico. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of just having a big concrete thing in the middle of the exhibit or the habitat. An exhibit, it's a habitat. So we'll put some rocks and stuff around, like maybe even get some plants in there. Cover it up, make it look naturaler. Naturaler. Yeah, that's a word. Look up me. I'm not sure like how much we can cover this up and still have it be usable though, so I don't wanna go too far. Yeah, that's totally alright, isn't it? Natural naturaler. You know, maybe if you like know how to speak English properly, you might say more natural. There's no reason it shouldn't be naturaler. Really? Right? It's just a etymological thing, whether we decide a word can be, you know, whether we decide you can make the superlative and the comparative morphologically or, well, with an inflection, or whether you want to do it with a more analytical kind of construction. We're probably, like, English is probably moving towards more analytical though, because, I don't know, that's just my kind of idea. My pet theory of like where English is probably going. I reckon more analytical, and we're going to get less and less ers and more mores. More and most, less and est. And like, eventually, maybe even like the more of the irregular ones will be lost. Maybe not. Maybe like we'll get more irregular things. Sometimes like irregularity gets added as well, obviously, because otherwise where would it come from to begin with? Must have come from somewhere. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Especially if you're from Australia. Go Australia. Oh yeah, we're gonna add a little like toy up the top, won't we? Alright, they just ate like 2 minutes ago. You don't need to feed them again. Jeez. What kind of toy are we gonna put up here? Are we in orangutan? We are. Rubber duck? Be like Hitman. Oh, that's a huge rubber duck. A large ball. They don't lie about the size of the ball. A mirror thing? Yeah, if you want to look at your reflection, like do your hair, you have to come all the way up here to the very top of the tallest tree. Orangutans love doing their hair. Well-known fact. So they're going to be going crazy for this place. Oh, we should actually check. H. Are the... Can we select them from there? Nope. It's a tree in the way. Are they able to get up here? It says they can climb to here, but it doesn't say they can climb on this. It's weird, right? They can climb on that one. Why not this one? Because they can climb up this thing. Maybe it's this branch or something that's in the way. If we put it like more out this way. Or maybe it's that thing's in the way. That's the way they get to that guy. Anyway, it's like spin it a bit more. Right, orangutans. Now, show me your traversable area. Now they have no traversable area. That's because we're editing the thing, we can't select them. That's the problem. It'd be really nice if you could see the traversable area while you're editing. Apparently they still can't climb up on it. Also, there's a break in where they can climb here? What? Why? Is it because they have to climb up, like, that way? And then this thing is blocking them? Maybe just get rid of this one. Can they... Oh, they've all been boxed up. Can they, like, climb from there onto here? Like, they should be able to, right? Where are you guys? You're all over here. Yeah. H. Vertical area. They can't, like, transfer from this one to this one, it looks like. They're having trouble there. They're getting packed up again. They're just gonna have to like mess around with this stuff until they can transfer between the bits. And unfortunately, every single time I want to check if they can actually go on it to find an orangutan, takes it out of edit mode and everything. Yeah, even with it over that side, they can't do it. Maybe they're just not able to climb that high. Or maybe it's because of this weird gap that which still exists for some reason. Why does it still exist? Is it caused by the branches somehow? Maybe it just shouldn't go that high anyway. Probably looks a bit dumb having to go that high. Why can't we select this guy? Oh. Oh. Okay. Fine. We'll delete all the ones we can't select. Everything will get boxed up again, as it always does. We'll try to figure out a way to like be allowed to select this. Oh. I'm trying to like... Fine. That one will just stay there forever because it's impossible to select it. You can't even select this thing, can you? Oh, okay, please. Oh, is it because it's not part of the group, maybe? Oh, look, it's not part of the group. That's why we couldn't select it. Maybe we can put it up in the branches of this tree. Where'd it go? There it is. Look at that, like goes red in some places. So it's like telling me where it's allowed to be placed. Which might mean if we put it in a place where it's not red, it's actually accessible. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Here we go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, another one of these climbable log things. Apparently they can climb this thin one too. Maybe we'll climb the thin one. See how they go climbing that. Looks like this should be able to do it. Do I just shorter one? Too short. So this one's too long. That one's too short. Classic problems. I suppose we'll just have it stick out a bit extra. Because we don't want it sticking out down there, do we? Maybe it's alright having it stick out down there. It makes it look like it's something that's kind of holding the sun. We'll have to make it reach all the way down to the base. No lower. There we go. Nice. That looks like it's actually looks like fluid. Just like passing through it. Maybe if we put another one or two at different angles. I think that will like make it look more like no, like it's meant to be like that. Yeah, that's kind of right. Might even have like a log coming out of the tree. Don't know if that's a bit crazy. I'm gonna try it. I see that they're not meeting properly at the top either. Somehow. Don't know how I managed to do that badly. There's a tiny bit that sticks out, but I think that's fine. It's better than having it. Is it better to have like a tiny bit like that down here, probably? Okay. Now, this guy needs to go up a little bit. Nice. Can they get up there? I'm going to assume they can. If they can't, then it must just be because there's like an issue with them getting up into the canopies. Maybe the branches like interfere with their pathing somehow. We'll have to find out. Where are you guys? There's one. Ooh, yeah, they can get up there. Sweet. So they can come up here and have a little look at themselves in the mirror. Oh, the mirror doesn't actually work. I suppose that is a bit intensive on the old rendering, isn't it? To have to render a scene a whole bunch of extra times. But the reflections do work on water though, so clearly like the game has reflections. They just decide not to put them on the mirrors. Makes sense. Okay, well, we need we need to get the water back in here, don't we? So that it doesn't look so weird. Nice. How is the otter viewing going? People enjoying it? Oh yeah, we put that underwater grass down here. We gotta put more of that stuff in. Especially once we get like more underwater grass and rocks and stuff down there. I can't just put these things as temporary things for them to like come down and play with, so that we'd be able to see them swimming around. But I don't mind that. Maybe we'll like move that one, or cover it up with a rock or something. So it's we could probably change the color of it, can't we? This, yeah. We make it like, just make it like brown. Make it all brown. It's like black. It's a bit too brown, I guess. We don't need it like sticking up all that way, do we? Surely we can just have like the little top of it showing. That's... We'll make it disguised as a sea flower. That's a thing. If I could choose what the next DLC pack is. I'll probably go for something like crazy. Like something that I don't think they would actually do. But which I would really like. I'd go for like aliens. Or like fantasy creatures or something like that. Yeah, I think I'd go for a fantasy pack and have like either sci-fi or fantasy. But I think sci-fi would probably be really good because they've already got all the medieval stuff which works for making fantasy builds. But if they like it would be easier to make fantasy things probably because like they're already pre-made, right? Like unicorns and stuff. It's just a horse with a horn. Actually, they don't even, do they have horses in the game? They could add horses in. That'd be cool. Like horse riding. Oh, what about like a petting zoo kind of like DLC? I reckon every zoo is improved by a petting zoo. Every zoo. Like they could do a farmyard theme kind of thing with like petting zoo mechanics. And I mean, can you imagine how much of a hassle it would be trying to make a petting zoo work in the game though, right? What they'd have to do, they'd have to make it like, because I don't think that people are able to, like the way they're programmed, they can only walk on paths, right? So I don't really know how it would work if they tried to implement that. It might just be kind of shit. But if they could make it so that you could put like a people entrance, right? So that there's like a different kind of gate in your barriers. So there's like the staff gate they already got, and then had like a petting zoo gate, and people can walk into that. And like when they walk into that, they become a different entity, and that version of them can go like pat the animals and stuff. That would be really cool. And you know, then you can have like all the cool classic animals like pigs and cows and sheep and horses, chickens, kind of animals that everyone's like very familiar with anyway. But stop doing that shouting thing, you crazy. Come on, it was you, wasn't it? Rifky. He's thirsty. Why are you thirsty? You gotta think. Yeah, you can use this in last. Oh, I don't think they can use it. Maybe the rocks are too much. Make a little bit more of it. Just like remove a bunch of the rock. Even this one. See if they can use it after that. I was afraid this might be the case. We'll see if they can use it now. I mean, it should tell us if we click on it. It's traversable, right? Like, all that area is traversable, so I don't know why they're not able to use it. I don't know. Ah. You browse the Reddit a lot, and they're all out of control about aviary back. Oh! Either the aviary would be really cool as well. Yeah, I guess like the escape mechanic and stuff would need a bit of like an overhaul, maybe if they were adding birds in, like birds that can fly, right? But they've already got all the aquatic animals, so I feel like an aquarium pack would be really easy for them to do. Like just introduce some animals that are only aquatic. the problem might be in like figuring out how to make the keepers interact with it properly. Like maybe they need to have keeper divers, or like have the keepers be able to like interact somehow with the water. Because like at an actual aquarium, usually the keepers could be in diving suits. Well, you know, in like a wetsuit with a snorkel or whatever. So I guess they'd have to do something like that, right? That would be awesome. The other problem is that the water in the game is a little bit... It looks great, but actually working with it is a real pain. So I don't know how... This stuff here looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know how well it would work. Obviously, if they're doing it, if they were doing like an aquarium DLC, they'd have to make sure it did work. I'd probably get that. I still think it would be really cool if they did like fantasy creatures or something, or sci-fi like aliens. Mostly because if they did sci-fi, then they'd have to release a whole bunch of cool new like parts and stuff that you could make sci-fi themed. Oriole feeding platform unreachable. Oh, that's this one. Of course, it's unreachable. But yeah, like, so you could make like sci-fi themed buildings and stuff. Depends what they go for. They might go for like retro futurism or something. That's always pretty fun. Yeah, I reckon like fantasy, because they've got all the European sets and castle pieces and stuff. It'd be pretty easy to make a fantasy thing in this game. I'd actually really want to do that. This whole zoo is just me learning to play the game, and then once I can play the game, I think I'm like, well, I'm confident enough in the game and want to play it again. So it's probably going to be a little while after I finish this zoo before I'm like get the excitement to play the game again, right? My God, stop making that sound, please. Can we mute him? Is there like a block we can put down that just mutes the animals? I like the animal sounds, but I don't like that particular sound they make. That one's a bit much. Yeah, I gotta start again. This thing. I got the angle all crazy on it. But yeah, I want to make like a fantasy sea. Sea. I just like missed the T out in that word. Fantasy sea. Who needs T's anyway? T's a tool of the bourgeois used to oppress the proletariat. But yeah, that's a plan I have. Something I'd love to do in this game. Again, I don't know when that will be. Probably not for some time. Oh, have to do that first. Rotate and then rotate back like that. Oh, I should actually do it like that, shouldn't I? Oop.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Soon you'll be able to give them their nom noms up here too, Mr. Keeper. Soon. Jeez. I don't know if we need to give them like this shallow an angle. Oh shit. Man, I'm not done yet. Hey Google, stop. Oh well. That time it does mean that it's time for me to go. I have to go slightly early today. Sad. Thank you. Thanks. I did hear it, luckily. But thanks for. Oh look, my hair is like flashing. Is it like tinged green or something? Why is that happening? Alright, well, we'll have to finish this later. Which means next week, actually, on Monday. So thank you very much for watching. Too dark. Yeah, maybe. Maybe if I like open up the curtains a bit more. There's a bit of glare coming through, so I didn't want to have them. If I have it open right behind where the computer is, then I'll just be like squinting the entire stream. So it's like either I'm a bit flashy or I'm squinting. I'd rather be a bit flashy, I think. Also, because if I'm squinting the whole time, then I have to like get like right up really close to see what I'm doing in the game when I'm like working in the shadow. Anyway, yeah, you can't win, can you? But maybe you can. I can't win. I can always try. I could wear my sunnies. I could just stream with my sunglasses on. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night. It's probably night for you. I don't know. Stay for me. Enjoy. Goodbye.